Welcome! Today, we're jumping right into the art of giving suggestions and advice, specifically looking at English letter templates. You know that feeling when you're staring at a blank screen, trying to nail the exact right tone? We're going to fix that today.
In this explainer, we're going to review 4 specific letter templates side by side. We'll see exactly how your vocabulary and overall vibe need to shift when you're pitching an idea in a formal setting versus, say, just giving a quick tip to a close friend.
Here's our roadmap for today. Number 1, a workplace suggestion. Number 2, a friend recommendation. Number 3, a citizen suggestion. And number 4, friend advice. Let's get right into it.
Section 1, Workplace Suggestion. This is letter 13.
Okay, so imagine you want your company to build a bike room. You've got to be professional, right? But also highly persuasive. The letter starts like this. Dear HR department, I am writing to propose the installation of a bicycle storage room in our office building. As the company promotes a healthy lifestyle, I believe this initiative would be highly beneficial. Currently, many employees who commute by bike are forced to lock their bicycles outside, leaving them vulnerable to theft and harsh weather conditions.
Moving into the solution, the writer stays super constructive. By converting the unused storage space on the ground floor into a secure bike room, we could significantly alleviate these concerns. Implementing this suggestion would not only encourage more staff to adopt eco-friendly commuting methods, but also boost overall employee morale and well-being. I would be more than happy to discuss this proposal further and assist with gathering quotes from contractors. Thank you for considering my suggestion. Best regards, John Doe. Notice that offer to gather quotes at the end? That is a total pro move in workplace communication.
Let's pull out the phrases doing the heavy lifting here. Openers like "I am writing to propose" are direct yet perfectly polite. And when you're building your argument, using transitional structures like implementing the suggestion would not only, but also, really elevates your writing. It makes your logic sound absolutely airtight. Plus, saying, "I would be more than happy to" is a brilliant way to volunteer without sounding, too casual.
All right, Section 2, Friend Recommendation, specifically for tourist spots. This is letter 14.
Now we're completely switching gears. You're writing to someone you know well, so all that stiffness, gone. You can dive right in with genuine excitement. Here's how it reads. Hi, Emily. It's great to hear from you. I'm so excited that you're planning a vacation to Canada, and I highly recommend visiting Banff National Park in Alberta. First off, the scenery is absolutely breathtaking. You'll be surrounded by snow-capped mountains and crystal-clear turquoise lakes like Lake Louise. See how the tone is just warm and super visually descriptive?
And it just flows so naturally from there. On top of that, it's a paradise for hiking enthusiasts. I suggest you rent a car so you can explore the Icefields Parkway at your own pace. One piece of advice, make sure you pack layers. The weather can be quite unpredictable even in the summer. Also, you should definitely book your accommodation well in advance as it gets extremely crowded. Let me know if you need help planning the itinerary. Can't wait to see you. Cheers, John. It really just feels like a conversation you'd have over a cup of coffee, right? Not a corporate memo.
Check out the mechanics of these informal phrases. Instead of "I propose," we just say "I highly recommend" or "I suggest you." And we trade those formal transitions like "furthermore" for relaxed connectors, things like "first off," and on top of that. It keeps the pacing fast, breezy, and friendly.
Seeing them side by side like this literally hits the nail on the head. For the exact same core action, pitching an idea, your workplace self says, "I am writing to propose," while your weekend self says, "I highly recommend." Context is literally everything.
Moving on to Section 3, Citizen Suggestion for Community Improvement. This is letter 15.
So how do you complain or suggest improvements to a government body? It takes a real delicate balance of respect and firmness. You have to establish credibility right out of the gate. Dear City Council, I am a resident of the Willow Creek neighborhood, and I am writing to respectfully suggest an improvement to our local park facilities. Notice that word respectfully. It totally softens the fact that they're about to point out some glaring safety hazards. In recent months, I have noticed that the children's playground equipment is outdated and rusting, posing a safety hazard to the toddlers. Additionally, the lack of street lighting around the perimeter makes the park feel unsafe after dusk.
But then, for the call to action, the tone gets noticeably firmer. Therefore, I strongly urge the council to allocate funds for renovating the playground and installing solar-powered LED streetlights. They follow up by painting a clear picture of the fix. Taking these measures would drastically enhance the safety and aesthetic appeal of our community space, benefiting hundreds of families. And they back it all up with hard evidence. I have attached a petition signed by 50 local residents who support this initiative. I look forward to seeing positive changes in our neighborhood. Yours faithfully, John Doe. This isn't just a random complaint, it's a fully structured formal civic proposal.
The vocabulary here, an absolute masterclass in polite pressure. I am writing to respectfully suggest gets your foot in the door, but I strongly urge is what drives the point home. And using a phrase like, taking these measures would drastically enhance, makes the benefits crystal clear for the reader, which is absolutely crucial when you're dealing with public entities.
Finally, let's hit Section 4, Friend Advice, specifically for interview prep. This is letter 16.
This one is all about being a supportive cheerleader while still delivering rock-solid tips. It kicks off with great energy. Hi, David. I was thrilled to hear that you landed an interview with TechCorp. Since I used to work there, I thought I'd share a few tips to help you prepare. Because they have that insider knowledge, they can use conversational imperatives. First and foremost, make sure you thoroughly research their recent product launch. The interviewers love it when candidates show genuine interest in their latest projects.
The advice just rolls out like a quick chat. During the interview, try to emphasize your problem-solving skills, as their company culture highly values independent thinking. Also, it's crucial to dress professionally, even if it's a virtual meeting. Don't forget to prepare a couple of insightful questions to ask them at the end. It really shows your enthusiasm. But the true hallmark of friend advice is always in the closing. You are incredibly talented, and I have no doubt that you'll ace this. Let's grab a coffee after it's over so you can tell me all about it. Best of luck, John. It's highly personal and super encouraging.
Looking at the key phrases, you're seeing a lot of direct, helpful commands that are softened by that friendly tone. First and foremost, make sure you, or don't forget to. You would almost never use these structures in a formal HR email or a letter to your city council, but they hit the exact right note when you're guiding a peer.
So, what's the big takeaway here? Mastering English letter writing isn't just about memorizing vocabulary. It's like a giant puzzle where matching your tone to your audience is the final piece. Whether you're respectfully urging a city council to fix a park or excitedly recommending a mountain hike to a buddy, the structure you choose changes everything. So, the next time you sit down to draft an important message, how will you adapt these formal and informal structures to make sure your voice is heard perfectly? Thanks for joining us for this explainer, and we'll catch you next time.